And I think we are officially live.
Looks
What
like
is
it.
what is up, everybody? Welcome into today's Listener League breakdown. We're getting a little spicy this week. We're bringing our boy in. Rob Street is on fire. What is going on, Rob? How you doing today?
Gentlemen, thanks for having me, man. I'm really excited. Fantasy Tap is where it's got to be, man. Appreciate you.
Of course, it's where it is every week.
We appreciate you being a part of the league, being a listener, and enjoying it. Hopefully you can bring home this Kyler Murray helmet. I'm just going to be honest with you. I called you out last week a little bit. Your team definitely performed a lot better. It just so happens the team you went up against was the third highest scoring team in the league. So we're on the right trend here. You got one win under your belt. We're only about 5 weeks, getting in 6 weeks now. Still time to come back and take it in. And best thing is you only need to be a top 4 team. Or top 6.
Top 6, baby. Top 6. You're good. You're good.
And,
top 6.
And I'm excited. You know, if I got a tough stretch going right now. But if we can get Michael Thomas back late, if we can get Tua back to throw him in that super flex spot.
Christian McCaffrey.
You know what I'm saying? It's close. We can sneak back and make some things happen. Christian McCaffrey get his legs right. The reports go back and forth whether or not he's going to play. I don't think he's going to play, to be honest. I think he's still in my lineup. I got to figure something out there to switch him out. But we hold faith. That's what you taught me, John. You can't overreact to 1 week. You gotta play the whole season out. You really do. But
yeah.
It's been rough. It's been rough. But this is why you play. This is why you play. You can't predict these things. You can't predict the injuries. I think my process throughout my draft was sound. So I feel good.
You should. I think you should. I mean, I don't think there's any reason to fret yet. So I think you're in a good spot. So what's your Twitter handle, Rob?
I don't really have a Twitter handle. I have sort of like previous projects, but I'm mostly on Instagram, and I follow you guys mostly through YouTube. Occasionally you'll see me kind of stalk you guys on Twitter because you guys have recently started doing a lot of like the last minute sit starts, and that has been very crucial in another league. Not to talk about, not to derail, but I've had to call in some last minute advice for the Fantasy Tap on other teams, and Mike can see the future, okay? Because when all was lost and I needed a last minute start, Mike came in clutch and flew in a tip for me and helped me win that week. So I almost didn't listen, and that's why I'm stubborn. I'm hard headed. I get advice and still don't want to take it. So I've made my rule this year: if I ask for the advice, I have to take it. I cannot go back on it. So
my wife did the same thing. She asked me this week if she should start Antonio Gibson or Josh Jacobs. First time she ever asked me for any advice other than drafting. What we do is every draft, I said if she's in the league, she'll be like, hey, give me 3 names. I'll give her 3 names, and then she picks from there. But first time she ever asked the start sit question, she said Antonio Gibson or Josh Jacobs. We were hot on Josh Jacobs, and Antonio Gibson scored or outscored Josh Jacobs by 5 points. 5 points. Guess what? I'm sleeping on the fucking couch. So
it's just part of the risk you put out there, man.
What is your don't you have a podcast or on Twitter? You did?
So it's actually something that I haven't continued this year, but it was a project that was really fun for me to do a while ago. It's called the Don't Flop podcast. It was about basketball, and we talked a lot. I actually it was fun. It was a lot of fun to do. I met former NBA player Jason Thompson. He was a big guy from Rider University. He played with the Warriors for a while, Sacramento Kings. I think currently right now he is playing in Turkey. Still playing professionally, just overseas. Really cool guy. He holds a basketball camp every year.
Nice.
So that has been really, really cool. I can't wait to see you guys live with your first Dolphins player interview. I already know that's going to happen.
Oh my God.
I can't wait.
I've been DMing Jalen Phillips every day. He's a defensive player.
Legit, I will say this though. I will say this. This is John and I are like best friends. It's great. I will say this. He did So right before my wedding, we went to a Steelers-Dolphins game. John DM'd Juju Smith-Schuster for I don't even know how many
4
months.
times, like months.
Like, yeah, and said,
as soon as we
hey,
planned the trip.
hey, my buddy's getting married. Hey, message him every time. Didn't answer, but it was cool as hell. So thank you, John. Hats off
At
to you.
Juju Smith-Schuster, thanks for the no reply. Would have been great to get my buddy some pictures of one of his favorite players at the time. Karma's a bitch.
Yeah, right. No. We love Juju. We love Juju. We understand it. He's got 1,000 fucking DMs. So
No, he's
way more
absolutely
DMs
great.
than we get. So, but anyways, let's jump into the fucking. We're here for the Listener League Week 5 recap, Week 6 preview. Rob, he got the L, unfortunately. It's all right though. We got Week 6. We got week 6
Next
preview.
down,
So
next play, next down, next play. It's all we worried about. Next down.
exactly.
You gotta have a short memory in this league. You know what I mean?
That's 100%. People overthink it, and unfortunately, or fortunately for you, you got the mindset of I'm not going to overthink it. So let's get into this. Cops and Rodgers. Oh, you got this, John.
I was gonna say, do you want to start off? Let's just start off with his team since we got him up first.
Let's do it. Go ahead.
I pulled up his team. Rob, half your points came from one player. That's your quarterback, Justin Herbert.
That's
your biggest.
That's called strength at the quarterback.
It's called an anchor. It's called an anchor of the team. No, the biggest thing that hurt him. The biggest thing that hurt him is just injuries that were already pre-existing. He's got Christian McCaffrey and Chris Carson on his bench, and he's been playing Latavius Murray and Elijah Mitchell over in his running back 1 and 2 position. So that means that he's got the players there. They're just not playing. They've been hurt. So had he, I feel like we'd be in a different position had those injuries not happen. And I mean, only a 30-ish point difference between the two. So it could have went better. Your team's not as bad as it looks. I'm going to give you credit for that.
And as you can see, I have the dart throws on the bench, trying to patch together some running backs that I can throw out there. You know what I mean? It's been rough. It's been rough. Carson. Oh, like this was
Christian and Carson on the bench.
This was supposed to be the healthy Chris Carson year. This was supposed to be it, the healthy Chris Carson year. And not quite. But I think I'm due for some positive regression.
Hey?
Yeah.
Law of averages, right?
Some healthy hamstrings. We'll call them the healthy hamstrings.
The healthy hamstrings. You know what I'm saying? I'm due for the positive regression. For all you fantasy people out there that get too up and down week to week, that it's variance, okay? And if your process is good, over time you win more than you lose. All right. So
True.
I'm sticking to the course. I really truly am. The waiver wire is fair in this one. This league is full of sharks though. There's not a lot of great options on the waiver in this league.
There's a lot of very, very well-versed fantasy people in this league. There's a lot of people that have been doing this for a while and know what they're doing. And to be
they're
honest,
all playing for the gosh dang. This guy could be the MVP of the league this year.
He's playing like it right now. I mean, him and Tom Brady are the only two that are in my running at the moment.
I think Justin Herbert could. I think Josh Allen could. So, anyways, I'm just saying. Who's Lamar Jackson?
The guy that just threw a 400 passing yard, over almost 100 rushing yards.
Listen,
I'm kidding. I love Lamar Jackson. I think he can ball out, or he will.
Let's talk about Team PNW because we got to give them credit when credit's due. Their team really balled out. They did. Russell Wilson ended up going down in the first half, or I'm sorry, the beginning of the second half. I think it was only put up 12 points in fantasy, and it was the remainder of his team that balled out.
I'm sorry. I think, it is bad luck. I will say this. It is bad luck. He does have Zeke and PNW, shout out him, but it is bad luck that he had Russell Wilson and won. It is bad luck towards Rob.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson.
It's that tight end, Mark Andrews with those 36 points.
That too. He just
He
everywhere else
got
hit.
I don't want to say lucky, but he played a very
Well, he did. He even
very
said
efficient lineup.
Efficient.
Yeah.
Devontae Parker didn't even play.
Congrats on the win, GNW.
That's the week I sit Callaway. You know, of course, the week.
Yeah.
Callaway's
It was
been
the
a
smart
nightmare
move,
to
though.
figure out.
It is the smart move.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's been a nightmare to figure out. Marvin Jones, a nightmare to figure out. The flexes, you know, the flex. This league has been tricky. This has been a tricky league, and you know,
we've got
I'm
shallow
trying,
benches.
Yeah,
And I think one IR spot.
You know, rough going, but you know, but you just got to get hot at the right time.
Plenty of time for a comeback. I think Christian McCaffrey will be coming back soon. I think you'll be fine moving on in the season. Just keep playing those waivers, make some trades.
Yep. So let's talk about CopsRogers getting a massive most points this week by one, but most points against Miles, the previous champion of the league. He has a Tyreek helmet, sitting in his whatever man cave in Texas, I think.
Or it went on eBay.
Or yeah, probably might have gone on eBay. I don't know. But he's in a similar situation. He has Tom Brady. What? That's the second highest scoring quarterback.
Yeah.
And he's still lost. Crazy. So he's got Aaron Rodgers against Tom Brady. Jonathan Taylor obviously putting up numbers against Baltimore. And then Aaron Jones was Miles. Alexander Madison doing his thing. He played Miles did play Kenneth Gainwell. That's rough. That's rough. I know Miles is watching too, or he was watching.
Let's give credit to Wilson here. He played some really good streaming options, like Dawson Knox at tight end, got the 19 points. Cordell Patterson, even though he didn't have a booming game like he has been, still put up 14.5 points. Robert Woods finally came back to life after a pretty slow season, and then still had Deebo Samuel. He really just has a good lineup, and we gave him crap at the beginning of the year because he had those studs that just weren't performing, and he was barely losing games. Won the last 2 weeks, though.
Yeah, he did. And at the end of the day, Miles, his studs didn't perform. He's got DJ Moore, 6 points. Darren Waller, 6 points. It's not going to get it done for you. You know, it's not going to get it done. Aaron Jones needs to put up 20-point games, and he only put up 13. So shout out to Wilson. Shout out to CopsRogers getting it done. Let's see. Did he leave any? Did Miles leave any points on the bench?
Miles left 20 points on the bench roughly, but as did Wilson.
Even if he played him, he did. He left Antonio Gibson on the bench. But at the end of the day, even if you played Chase Claypool, it wouldn't have mattered. CopsRogers just had a great week. That's awesome. Good for him. He's 2-3. Let's go. That is. Thank you, Michael Scott.
Not to derail the episode, but I have a quick question, a quick strategy question that maybe someone out there listening right now has a question similar to this one.
Let's hear it.
The record isn't great for me right now. Going back to my team real quick, okay? Christian McCaffrey is sitting there, not getting me any points. My line, there's no points in my lineup for Christian McCaffrey right now.
Right.
Do you trade Christian McCaffrey for win now assets in a position like mine, or do you try to ride out that positive variance, wait for him to come back, and see if I make the late push, sneak into a last playoff spot? If you were me,
hold him. Yeah, I would hold him. He is the only player. He's the only player in the NFL other than a quarterback that can put up 30-point weeks, week in, week out, no matter what.
I think you either hold him, especially because he's getting ready to come back. You've held him long enough and taken those 0-point weeks. It's not a good time to be trading him away and giving that next person that upper hand while you've been taking the bad part of him. There's never someone that's going to pay full price for Christian McCaffrey. So you're going to end up taking less than what he's truly worth. I think you've got enough. Chris Carson should be back somewhat soon. He's not in a dire situation, and he's someone that gives you the good floor. Once you get that and some production from your actual team,
You got
you'll be
TJ
fine.
Hawkinson. You'll be fine. You got, let's see.
Keenan Allen's still sitting there for you, and Justin.
And you got
Herbert.
Julio too. You got Julio, who'll be fine. So Marquez Callaway can slip into your, and we're not trying to give any advice or anything like that, but I mean, we will have every other player on.
I was going to say we're live. Everyone can watch the advice we're giving them.
Exactly. Yeah.
I would be looking to trade. I'd be looking to trade some other people possibly. If you're not able to, it's a 12-man league. It's a single quarterback league.
It's only week 5. We got, shit.
You can trade away a number 1 quarterback for a lot, but you could take a hit there. And then Marquez Callaway coming off that big week could turn on through a lot.
All right, thanks, boys. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail the episode. That was just more of like a general strategy question that I thought if
your strategy is getting exposed.
It could be. That's all right.
Yeah, Wilson, who is Cops and Rodgers, got that dub this week. He just said, I think they're not telling everything about CMC. I'd sell him. So,
ooh.
Hey man, Pop, send me an offer.
Yeah,
we are now holding trade negotiations.
Episode. Let us know when you want to get on the episode.
I'm playing chess, not checkers out here, boys. See that?
There you go. I suck at chess, so I'm good at fantasy football though.
It's like, I'll let the league know he's for sale.
Let's jump over to TK Brad Hinton and Redbirds 2K21. Redbirds 2K21. I will say this. Shout out Redbirds. This is his first year playing fantasy football. He DM'd us on Instagram, okay? And he said, "Hey, I've never played fantasy football. Maybe he's pulling the wool over our eyes, but I've never played fantasy football. But I like the Arizona Cardinals, so I'd like to get in on this. I like Kyler Murray. So that's why I jumped in. And I'm sorry, I thought Cops and Rodgers was the highest scoring. Redbirds 2K21 was the highest scoring. Rob's guy, Lamar Jackson, putting up 48.88 points. He also had Austin Eckler, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, shout out John, Kyle Pitts, and the Tennessee defense, baby. What in the world? This guy's fleecing everybody.
Something don't smell right, boys.
He didn't. And the thing is, it's not like he didn't play a bad team. Or he played a bad team. He played TK Brad Hinton, who put up 144 points. So, it's not an easy game to win. And this guy is 4-1.
My guy's 4-1.
Jeez, son. Lamar, though, 400 passing yards. A couple of those touchdowns to Marquise Brown, baby. What's up?
That's a score, man. That's a hell of a score. 1-6. Shout out to you, man. Great roster construction. I love your team.
He said, "I'm really coming for that helmet."
Yeah, he really is. And the thing is, he was only so like his prior to the week starting, his point projection was 127.9.
Oh, he blew out the water.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Lamar, Austin Eckler. When you put a roster like that together, and you listen to me and draft Mike Evans, that's what happens. Right, John?
Yeah, drafting Mike Evans. How's he doing right now?
I don't know. I don't want to look at it. So.
Yeah.
Actually, he almost got a touchdown. He just got
he almost got a touchdown?
Yeah, almost got.
He's gotten 3 targets throughout the day.
He did. I have the game on right up here. He just got a passing target. It was pass interference, so it should have been a touchdown. But anyways, both TK Brad and Redbirds. You guys both have great teams, but TK Brad does have Clyde Edwards-Helaire going to the IR. He's got Deontay Johnson. He's got Antonio Brown, who's actually playing right now. Leonard Fournette got stopped at the 1. And Darrell Henderson. He had a solid team all around. Made the right calls. Didn't leave any points on the bench, other than a running back who would have outscored Clyde Edwards-Helaire. But you can't predict injury like that. So good game by these guys. It was maybe the game of the week.
Fair enough.
So, Aaron Rodgers fan club 1-4. Team KBKC. They both had one win going into the week.
KBKC with that dub. I love it. Let's go.
KBKC got the dub, yo.
On the back of Kadarius Toney. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he did. He did. I mean, smart guy. And Saquon Barkley only had 0.9 points. 0.9, not 1.9. 0.9. Didn't even have a whole point. Oh, still got the dub. Josh Allen also carried him there. DK Metcalf had a great week. And of course, Kadarius Toney, who outperformed everybody's expectations. He started Kadarius Toney over Miles Sanders. He also started him over Michael Pittman.
Those are gutsy calls, man.
Very
Michael
gutsy.
Pittman. That is no. I mean, we knew Kadarius Toney was likely to be the number one receiver coming into the week, number two with Golladay, so he would have been a flex play. It's
Michael Pittman is the team's number one. It's been shown that.
Carson Wentz, though. How much did we trust Carson Wentz coming into the day?
How much do we trust? I mean, I know you trusted Daniel Jones, but anybody with half a brain did not trust Daniel Jones.
The backup came in. The backup came in and blew up. Backup came in, blew up the defense. I think Daniel Jones would have done it too. I'll be happy having my favorite receiver out of the draft put up 89 yards and get ejected for a punch. That's my kind of player.
Good stuff.
Even though it was a terrible
KBKC getting that second dub. Aaron Rodgers fan club. Do not give up. Do not give up. There are still 9 games. 9 games if my math is correct.
No, your math is
correct.
No.
Week 14 is when we start.
Oh, before playoffs? Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I should have let you finish your sentence before I cut you off like an asshole.
Thanks, John.
So
week 14 is when we start the playoffs. So you got 8 to 9 games. He could win out and go 9-4, be the number one team in the league.
Good. Same thing with you, Rob.
Yeah.
We've got some confidence in Rob here to come back and bounce back. We got to have it in Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know. Without Christian McCaffrey, a 9-game win streak is a lot to ask, but anything's possible.
Anything is possible. It's true. It's true. KBKC mentioned in the chat, in our live chat, he said not looking too good this week. So we are going to preview those week 6 games.
So we'll highlight yours. We'll highlight yours because I'm curious to see what you got going on.
Yeah, I do want to see that. Also, if you're watching, if you could smash that like button, that would be much mucho appreciated. We are only 3 subscribers away from 50. There are 5 people watching, so I expect 5 like buttons and maybe 3 more subscribers. That'd be great. Let's get. Yeah. Rob's been with us since day one. He's A1 day one. That's why he's on here. Also, shout out Rob, working in the medical field, working in a hospital, I believe. Correct?
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
On the front line. Shout out to those frontline workers. We love you guys. So
appreciate that.
D. Segrist getting the dub 3-2 against Team Suck It Easy. Love the name. I say that every week. Getting the dub, though, over Team Suck It Easy. Quarterback play, very similar in points. Dak Prescott going up against Joe Burrow. Segrist did outscore Joe Burrow by 2 points, or Dak did. D. Segrist did listen to us, very similarly to my wife, scoring 15 points there. Derrick Henry did not upset for Suck It Easy. But at the end of the day, Nick Chubb made up for it. Getting 23 points in Segrist's spot.
Hey, I mean, Segrist has been a team that's been bouncing back and forth between dominating and getting dominated. So his core of his team really relies on the fact of Nick Chubb, Stephon Diggs, and Dak Prescott. without them, he's not going to be able to win big games. But Mike Williams has been stringing him along and saving his butt week in and week out, especially this week.
Yeah, I agree.
Are we-
I agree. But the thing is with his team, if Stephon Diggs can get going, his team will be not unstoppable, but very close to, because I mean, Dak Prescott's going to be a very consistent quarterback. The only issue will be at that point, Courtland Sutton.
Have you taken a look at his bench?
No, I have not yet. I have not looked at his bench. Do
It's
I want
deep.
to? He's got Jalen Hurts on the bench.
He's
Consistent quarterback.
His bench is deep.
Jamar Chase, Rondale Moore.
Ooh, I need some benches like these guys, man.
Rob, you need to make a phone call to Dan and
seriously, I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel. These guys got legit starters on the bench.
Yeah.
Oh,
this man drafted well.
I think Michael Carter. I really do think Michael Carter is going to start taking a bigger chunk
Big
out
steps.
of that. Yeah, I like that. I like that move by Segrest, having that depth. Zach Moss, surprising in a good way. It's been a split backfield between him and Singletary, but Zach Moss, I think, is starting to get a foothold and is starting to be able to take a flex option and maybe a low end running back 2 option if your team needs it. So good depth there, especially for the bye weeks. Rondale Moore, big playability. So, and Jamar Chase. I mean, at the end of the day, when you can play Mike Williams, Courtland Sutton, Stephon Diggs, Amari Cooper, or Jamar Chase, you're looking good.
Yeah. Hey, Rob, I understand you're at work. I know you got to get back to it. Thank you. We went over your team already, so I don't want to hold you up too long. Appreciate you being around. Thank you for all your support, and let everyone else that you're working with know, hey, you got some fantasy football help. I know there's some football lovers, either as patients, people working with you, or anything like that.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys for letting me sneak away, you know what I mean, from all this, going around and go talk about what I love talking about, fantasy football. You guys are the greatest, all right? I'm glad I got on the bandwagon early, because there won't always be seats on the bandwagon, so you got to get in while you get it. Thank you guys.
Exactly.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for all the good guys too, man. Appreciate y'all.
We appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
Stay safe. All right, let's get over to our last matchup of the week 5 matchup, and that was Frothy Pigskins going up against the Banana Stand. Very close. The score, Banana Stand got the dub, obviously 114-108. Wasn't a high shootout game.
No.
But going into Monday Night Football, I thought Pigskins had it. It was Singletary. He was up by about, I think, off the top of my head, I think it was about 15, 20 points. He had Singletary to play, and Pigskins had the defense to play, as well as Travis Kelce. So I thought he had the dub, but but he lost. He got the L.
It sucks.
Yeah.
A
So
little bit of Patrick Mahomes underperformance from Banana Stand, still got the win. Underperformance on Travis Kelce, and then there wasn't anyone on his bench that I would have said that he would have started over some of the players that produced, and there was no chance for Banana Stand to get any more points. But Pigskins did leave a little bit there, even though he's been playing some stud receivers. I don't even know if I'd be able to bench any of those guys, even for Marquise Bound with the production he's put up.
yeah, no, I don't think you can. I really don't. He's got 3 of the top receivers in the NFL, 4 of the top receivers in the NFL.
And Marquise Brown, who's the number six wide receiver in the league right now.
Yeah. So I don't think there is good stuff from both of these guys.
Start trading some of those receivers away. Maybe get yourself some consistent high-end running backs. I mean, D-Hop alone could probably get you
or maybe
you could play every week.
Maybe you sell Cup or Marquise Brown high. I mean, if you listen to our trade away or buys and sells, I think one of those guys, as John would say, buy high, sell low, right?
No, we edited that out.
Yeah.
No, Yeah, buy low, sell high. Cooper Kupp and Marquise Brown both coming off of exceptionally great beginnings of the season, and highly likely we start seeing just a little bit of a downturn as both of them, or at least Marquise Brown, is going to be getting Rashad Bateman returning, and then Robert Woods is starting to see that connection with Matt Stafford. So we might not be seeing the 20 target games we have with Cooper Kupp, wide receiver 1 numbers.
Yeah. So, Frothy Pigskins. Oh, I watched it already. He says, he watched our trade for anybody watching this league. Hit up Frothy Pigskins if you want Cooper Kupp or Marquise Brown. Sounds like. So let's get over to the standings. We have a new leader for the first time in 5 weeks. 5 weeks. Redbirds 2K21 has the overall has number 1 spot by
the rookie.
over. Yeah, exactly. The rookie. He must listen to us or have listened to us for a while now. So we've got PNW 360 in second. Frothy Pigskins fell down to third. Still has the highest points on the year. The banana stand is at 4. Suck It Easy is at 5. I will say this: Suck It Easy. He has had a very tough schedule. He has the most points scored against him in the league, but is still 5th. So he is still in the hunt for the playoffs. Very good on you. Suck It Easy. D. Seagrass is in 6th. TK Brad Hinton 7th. Miles, CopsRogers, KBKC in 8th, 9th, and 10th. And then Cam Newton's burner phone, a.k.a. Rob Street, who was on the show about 5 minutes ago. He is in 11th. And Aaron Rodgers fan club, is in 12th. Both of those guys sitting at 1 and 4. Like I said earlier, it is a long season. Don't think that just because you're 1 and 4. Listen, after week 8 to 8, maybe you call it in if you have like a win. But even then, I mean, you can grab that last spot, that 6th spot, and still compete. So thank you everybody who's
Frothy Pigskins calling me out for jinxing Cooper Kupp last week.
Yes, he did. He did say you jinxed Cooper Kupp. Did you jinx Cooper Kupp, John?
I don't remember if I said it was time for him to start slowing down and the numbers aren't going to continue.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like something I would have said. But there's also the possibility I said, like, hey, you got to keep playing him. He's going to ball out. He hasn't underproduced yet.
I mean,
been a week, Mike. I've said a lot since then.
Yeah, that is true. So let's get on over to what has happened this week in the waivers. There has been a trade. One trade. So let's get over to the waiver wire claims. Darrell Williams went for 25 fab. The fantasy tap groupie, aka Frothy Pigskins,
aka our 0 RB genius.
And if you look at this, CopsRogers and Frothy Pigskins had a tie in fab. Both of them had a $25 bid.
Wilson, if you would have lost that game, you could have got Darrell Williams. Was it worth it? Was that win worth it?
Frothy Pigskins was ahead of CopsRogers in the waiver order, so he got him. Look at that. That's crazy. You don't see that too often, especially in a $100 fab league where anybody could pretty much bid anything. So let's move down. Devontae Booker did also go for $25. There were 3 bids on him. Miles.
What I thought was interesting is none of the people that bid on Booker were people that bid on Darrell Williams. So it seems like
no. CopsRogers he won it.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. He came up as he's Wilson in here. I was looking for team names.
I know that's the one thing about Sleeper.
Consistency would be great.
Yeah. But anyways, Devontae Booker went for 25, as did Darrell Williams. John, who do you think is a better pickup here, Devontae Booker or Darrell Williams?
This week, I think I'm going to be taking Devontae Booker. I don't know if I trust the usage of the running back in Kansas City the same way I trust how much, regardless of who the running back in New York is going to be, still going to be getting some touches. I questionable upside on both, but both do have a chance for touchdown upside, especially red zone carries.
Yeah. Wilson getting Devontae Booker by $1, outpacing Miles by $1, 24-25. Let's see what else. Sony Michel, he was on the waiver wires. KBKC, smart pickup. I like that pickup. Only $5. Didn't spend too much. Only $5. Darrell Henderson, if he gets hurt, it's Sony Michel's backfield.
It is.
So, and I like he dropped James Crowder. So, not too much. Not too much. DeSean Jackson for Cole Beasley. How do you feel about that? Redbird 2K21 did that, aka Astrail 117.
I'm actually kind of on the fence about it. You look at the stat sheet for DeSean Jackson and you're looking at, okay, he's not getting that many targets and it's only happening when he gets hit big. But he's been getting targeted big a lot. Like all of his targets have been deep balls. And all it takes is a bad I think he's someone that you need to be rostering. I think he needs to be on a team. And then when you have those great matchups that he's playing against, like Minnesota in week 16, Seattle, Jacksonville in week 13, like I think he plays your flex position those weeks if the rest of your team's looking good, because he could have a 20-point game on 5 catches the way that he's being used in LA. I'm not comfortable playing him, but the upside, I'm not against it. Yeah. I don't mind it.
I think both of these guys, especially this being, are we half or full PPR?
We are half.
Half PPR. I think that, the Cole Beasley adds that PPR effect. He's got that PPR upside.
Not the past.
Not this year. Not the past couple weeks. But I'm saying but at the end of the day, both of them, one game they could hit, one they couldn't. So I don't think it's a massive upgrade or downgrade. I think you're just kind of.
It's a lateral move, but I think you're sacrificing a little bit of a floor and getting a lot more ceiling.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they have the same ceiling. I really do. Because DeSean Jackson's ceiling is a big touchdown. Is a big play touchdown. That's his ceiling. He can get a 75-yard touchdown, 90-yard touchdown at blink of an eye.
But he can get 3 of them in a game.
I don't think he'd get 3.
I mean, that's ceiling. Absolutely best case scenario.
Cole Beasley is paper cuts. He could get 13, 14 catches.
Mm-hmm. For 110 yards and
a touchdown, which at the end of the day, in a PPR style league, is the same as DeSean Jackson. So I think it's one and the same pretty much. Anyways, let's get over. Zach Ertz was picked up by CopsRogers, aka Wilson. He picked up Zach Ertz, dropped the Los Angeles Chargers defense. A good pickup in my opinion. I don't know how he's doing right now. He is obviously playing as we speak. I know the Eagles are not doing that well. It's 28-14 currently. But in my opinion, if you need a tight end, Dallas Goedert was on the COVID list, so Zach Ertz was a good pickup this week. Miles picked up Jeffrey Wilson, dropped Kenneth Gainwell. He started Kenneth Gainwell last week. So
Jeffrey Wilson's out until November, so interesting move.
Is he?
Yeah.
Let's see. Likely, yes. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, let's see. Maybe he drops him later. KBKC dropped Jameis Winston, didn't pick anybody up. Taylor Heineke, still on waivers, was picked up. Good pickup there. Even though Ryan Fitzpatrick could come back and take over that starting role, Tyler Conklin was dropped by Oriole Boreal. And then we had a trade. We had an interesting trade because remember, Zach Ertz was just picked up off the waiver wire. Okay. Wilson traded Zach Ertz and Devontae Booker, two guys he literally just picked up off the waiver wire this week. Traded them for James Conner and Kyle Pitts. Yeah, John, you're rubbing your head. All right. Well, we see how John feels about that.
That is.
It's pretty rough.
I feel so bad because we know the guy. We know the guy's like not a seasoned player. So seeing someone that's doing so well. I mean, Wilson, hey, I know there's a 50% chance you're still watching this episode right now. You took advantage of the guy.
Yeah, at the end of the day, this is no holds bar league.
You're right. This is a competitive league. There is a payout, and the payout is a signed helmet. But dang.
It's pretty rough.
At least he gets a running back for a couple weeks.
That's the thing. He gets Devontae Booker. Maybe he was running back needy. We'll look at his team in a minute. The Kyle Pitts trade, that's the thing that kills me. I don't care about James Conner, but the Kyle Pitts, that hurts. But whatever. A couple people, said something about it. And then finally Ryan Nall was picked up by KBKC. And Khalil Herbert was still on the waivers. So I kind of not wish, because I could, at the end of the day, I don't really care, but I'm surprised he didn't pick up Khalil Herbert before Ryan Nall, since he was on the waiver wire. I think Khalil Herbert is next in line. Are you playing Ryan Nall this week, even with Damian Williams out with COVID?
No, I mean, Khalil Herbert's still there.
Well, that's the thing is, yeah. So, Amon-Ra St. Brown, John, this is gonna hurt your heart.
I don't know how to feel about this. I already saw this already. I really don't know how to feel about this.
Amon-Ra St. Brown was dropped for Darnell Mooney. 2-year love affairs.
How
do you feel about this?
I'm split. I feel like there's other players you could have dropped in your team, and you could have kept both of those guys, and you'd be in a great position. I'm pulling up your team right now. Realistically, I think this week we've got a better shot at Amon-Ra St. Brown starting. He's been taking over a larger share of that offense every week. Tyrell Williams is still out. Quintez Cephas is on IR. That literally leaves Khalif Raymond, who was originally slated to be the team's 4th-string wide receiver. Amon-Ra looked great last week. The targets have been numerous in the past 2 weeks. He's gotten 135 yards. He's got like 15 targets, 12 catches. He's been getting the work. It's been literally the fact that Jared Goff has been playing like what everyone says Jared Goff is terrible and playing terrible. And we need him to start playing like I've been hoping he can be, which is halfway solid, get us through and produce some fantasy freaking valuable players, because I've been pumping up this guy and he's getting the targets. I just need some yards. Give him a damn touchdown, please. All right, rant's over. All right, Justin Fields has not been doing it. Sorry.
No. So it was smart to drop Amon-Ra or drop Darnell Mooney, pick up Amon-Ra.
No, he's got an empty spot on his bench right now. Actually, I would have dropped Ryan Nall and picked up Amon-Ra if you were going to do that. I mean, even Josh Gordon would have been droppable over that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think he just shot me through the heart because maybe I said something one day and he didn't like it, but
shot through the heart.
We go through these, and I like him. So
you give love a bad
terrible
name. I play my cards.
All right, Mike, we got to get back to the episode.
You give love. All right, let's go.
Just because we're live doesn't mean people are going to be singing with you.
Yeah, I bet there are a couple. Let's get over to the matchups this week. Geez, my bad. All right. We got through that. It is so far, because typically what happens, what happens is we have the projections, and then we tell you them, and that's it. So games have started. It is the first game of the week. Team Miles versus Team Suck It Easy. It is 20-4. Team Miles has Tom Brady playing, and Team Suck It Easy has the Tampa Bay defense with 4 points. I don't think, neither of them have any points on the bench. Currently, the point projection is 108 to 109. John, who do you think wins this game?
Just going through the lineups right now, I'm giving the edge likely to going through the teams. I'm going to give the edge to Suck It Easy. I think Derrick Henry's 150-yard rushing game this week finds himself into the end zone twice. Brandon Bolden, I think, is a risky, rough play. Van Jefferson is a risky, rough play for Miles. I don't know if he's planning on changing his lineup at all between now and then, but if it stays how it is, I'm giving it to Suck It Easy.
Well, I hope both of them do, because Suck It Easy has David Montgomery in the flex spot. So there's that. All right, TK Brad and Frothy Pigskins currently going on. It is 26 to 15. Leonard Fournette has 26.8 points, 27 points. Antonio Brown has 15. Sheesh. Jeez, son. Also, KBKC said, you guys are awesome. Thank you. We love it. We love it. We are just, we are who we are. Thank you. Who do you got here? Who do you got here? Currently, TK Brad Hinton is going to get his ass whipped 112 to 144. Do you see that happening? I think he has his roster set. I hope so. I mean, he's got Robbie Anderson in the flex, very risky. Alvin Kamara is on a bye, so that hurts him. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is hurt as well. And Curtis Samuel is questionable. So he's kind of screwed at the end of the day.
I mean, ever so slightly. He's not looking great. Let's just put it that way. The point projections, it really comes down to how his receivers perform, how Frothy Pigskins receivers perform. And being that Leonard Fournette's going to be able to make up for some slack by one or two of those receivers is really just kind of going to ruin it for him. Everyone has a chance. The most random player can break out at any time, but right now it's looking like Pigskins walks away with it.
Yeah, I think so. Deontay Johnson could break out. This week. Emmanuel Sanders could get a shutdown. That's rough. It's rough for TK Brad. Also, Wilson, listen, this is for a helmet, man. This is for an autographed helmet, free of charge. So you do you, bud. Like I said, John and I have no skin in the game. No skin in the game whatsoever. So I could care less. Yeah, as long as nobody's colluding or there's no collusion, John and I are here to just comment.
Enjoy it. We technically pay you guys to be here. So
yeah. Are you all right? So are you Al Michaels or Chris Collinsworth? Because one of us are one and one of us is the other. You look more like a Chris Collinsworth. So I'm Al Michaels. Plus I have Michael. Michael's my name. So all right. So I'm Al Michaels. John's Chris Collinsworth. We don't really care. We just comment on the game.
I gotta start sounding a lot more boring.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers fan club 1-4 going up against the Banana Stand. He is currently supposed to win. Banana Stand has Chris Godwin playing, who is 5 for 5 for 43 yards, 6.8 points. Aaron Rodgers fan club has nobody playing. John, who do you have here?
Here, looking at the teams, I'm going to give it, obviously, in my opinion, it's hard for me because there's some real depth being thrown into these lineups on the Banana Stand sides, but he's got some high-end plays on the upper end. I like Aaron Rodgers fan club. He's got Dalvin Cook, DeAndre Swift going in this week. Antonio Brown, Jalen Waddle, I'm expecting a big bounce back for. I'm going to give it to him.
To Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry. I
think so too. He's got Damien Williams in currently. It's going to be difficult for him to. Well, yeah, it's going to be difficult for him to replace that. I think I have Aaron Rodgers fan club as well. Don't want to sound boring because that's where the percentages are, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Cam Newton's burner phone, Rob Street's on fire. Who was with us today? today needs to get a W. He started Ronald Jones. Poor guy.
Yeah. He's in running back hell because Elijah Mitchell's on bye week. So he scanned the waivers for something.
He also better switch out Marquez Callaway for somebody. Hopefully, see, I wouldn't have played Ronald Jones.
No, I don't think I would have either.
I would have hoped that Chris Carson or Christian McCaffrey played. You got like a 50% chance. So
this is the only situation you should be playing a Thursday night game in your flex. Is when.
Even then, I mean, I just don't think I would have played Ronald Jones at all. I think I would have I would have hoped and prayed that Christian McCaffrey or Carson play. I mean, at the end of the day, that's kind of where I'm at. I think there are players on the waiver. I mean, you can go it's very bare out there, but you can scrounge up a player. Jeez.
Yeah.
He's rough. DC Grass, you're taking the dub this week. As long as Josh Jacobs and Nick Chubb play, you're taking the dub this week. Also, oh shit, maybe not though. Maybe not. He played Dallas Goedert in that tight end spot.
I see it, but
I mean Mike Williams though.
Yeah, his team is he's got a really very, very well stacked team. So I'm gonna give the edge to Seagrass on this one.
Yeah, Cam Newton's burner phone. Rob, you were on earlier. You got to do something, man. Redbirds and PNW 360. They are on the game. Or in the game. Whew, yeah. PNW has this locked. Rob Gronkowski is in Redbirds tight end spot. So not good. Devontae Smith 4 points. Mike Evans 3 points. Yeah, at the end of the day, PNW's got this locked up. There's no Melvin. Yeah, no. I'm sorry. Unless Devontae Adams put up a 50-point week. Come on now. Unless
he actually throws in Devontae Booker over Melvin Gordon. I mean, he's got a chance. I'm not going to count him out yet. If Devontae Smith and Mike Evans don't pop off,
somebody's got to catch a touchdown. Mike Evans.
And it literally could happen at any time though. So at this point, this very second, I'm going to say it's he's got a chance, but it's looking like it's going to be PNW. But I'm not going to say it's absolute yet.
I'm going to say it's absolute, and we'll look back on this. And let's get to our final. Oh my goodness, it's Wilson and KBKC. Cops and Rodgers, KBKC. They're both in the chat right now. Wilson and KBKC. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to win? You let us know. Ooh, geez. It is currently 63% towards Cops and Rodgers. And KBKC is at 37% with Miles Sanders in. Sheesh. So John
did not have much. He didn't have much of an option there. I think Miles Sanders is the best play on his bench. His only other option was Ryan Nall.
Yeah, would you have played Sony Michel there though?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you could have played Sony Michel and then thrown in Amon-Ra St. Brown.
So
gotten the 10 points from Amon-Ra this week, gotten the 6 points from Sony Michel versus the 2 points from Miles Sanders. Again, his game's going to come down to how, all he needs is he's got players that can break out. Josh Allen could break out for a 20-point game or a 42-point game. Kareem Hunt, same thing. Kadarius Toney, I don't see him having the same boom that he did last week. Obviously, now we have Sterling Shepard possibly coming back this week. Darius Slayton possibly coming back this weekend, which going to take some opportunities away from Toney. But he's got a stacked team, and all those guys could really boom and score for him. It's just going to be the cards right now. I'm going to go contrarian. I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to, if I had $5 right now, I'm taking the odds on KBKC at plus 125.
All right. He really needs a big game from Kareem Hunt, Pittman, Metcalf, and a decent game from Toney.
He really needs a bad game from Cops and Rodgers team. That's
It
that's
could
what he
happen
needs.
though, because we've seen. I agree with you. We've seen Antonio Gibson struggle this year. We've seen Robert Woods struggle this year. We've seen Laviska Shenault struggle this year. It could definitely
Matchups are
flip.
just so juicy though.
Yeah, the matchups are.
All right, I've changed my mind. $5 Cops and Rodgers fan club minus 110.
I'm sticking with KBKC. You talked me into it. I'm staying with it. KBKC. A 1-2 point person, it does not mean anything. I mean, we saw it
No.
last week. So
It happens every week. You're gonna we've seen you can have half your points scored with only 2 people, or if you lose a game and don't put up less than 100, it's possible your quarterback can put up 50 points almost in your league. We had it.
True.
2 teams do it last week.
That's true. Very true.
Just need those
Very,
quarterbacks
very
to blow
true.
up.
So, anyways, is that it, John?
That's it. Hey, KBKC commented in the live YouTube chat saying I messed up. You guys are right. I flipped up big time. It's not.
Wilson says no question. LOL. All right. It sounds like Wilson is he's
Wilson's
pretty
confident.
He's confident. So
Mike,
that's
you want
good.
to put $5 on this one?
Yeah, let's do it. Fuck it. I got KBKC. You got Wilson.
I got Wilson.
All right. So there it is.
I got Wilson.
$5.
All right.
So
Live gambling in the state of Florida.
true.
Flag this.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. If you could smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, we truly appreciate it. We will be back next week with this listener league update. Also, it will be the week 6 recap, week 7 preview. Also, don't forget, we do have the Sunday live stream at noon. So we will be live there, answering you with your start set questions. We also have our, let's see. We have our, must starts coming out tomorrow morning. We also have our, what else is it, John? What else do we have coming out? You answer them.
Start sits on Sunday. We've got our must starts, must sits coming out on Saturday morning, more than likely at this point. And we've got our DFS, we've got our bets, parlays, and teasers coming out on Saturday as well.
And then we have our breakdown too.
Oh, we've got the breakdown.
We have
a lot
to do, John.
We
have a
got
lot to do, John.
Got a
We have
lot
to do. So
we're gonna be around.
KBKC, we appreciate you. Wilson, we love you. Wilson, we love you. You're one of the day ones. So thank you. Everybody, whether you're in this league or whether you're in another league, let's get this dub this week. I don't care. Also, don't forget 12 leg parlay hit last week. I've got an 11 leg and a 13 leg this week. So I'll be talking about that in the bet section. Don't forget to tune into that, because I mean, Michael the Moneymaker, Bookie Beater Brad, and John the Bookie Pleaser will be back.
Who's currently leading our scheduled bets? But
It's true.
I am
But
the pleaser.
did I mention I hit a 12 leg once in my life? And I will never live that down. So, all right, guys. Anyways, we love you. Thanks so much for tuning in. You guys have been awesome. Smash that like button, subscribe button, everything else. Share it to a friend. Tell somebody about us.
Tell everyone.
Somebody. Yeah.
Go to Dunkin' Donuts tomorrow. Get yourself a coffee and tell the cashier.
Also,